Hello, and welcome to How to Find New Clients in 2025. My name is Dana Zipasek, and I'm a travel agent educator who teaches agents the things I did to start my business from nothing to what it is today. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, let me just want to make sure this is live in the places it should be and that you can hear me. Audio testing. Okay, yeah, that's working. All right, there we go. Okay, now I'm starting to see people come in. Okay, awesome. Welcome to How to Find New Clients in 2025. I am happy you're here. I am just going to check in on our Facebook group because Facebook, I have to do a share into the group, even though it's here we go. All right, there we go. It always takes a couple minutes to get things together, but we are here. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go. How to find new clients in 2025. So now let's talk a little bit first about where we're comfortable. This is a spot where I'm very comfortable. This is my living room right now. I actually went down and took a picture of it. And where I am comfortable, right? This is not, though, where clients are going to find me. I am not going to find my clients by sitting in my living room and just hoping someone's going to like my Facebook page or hoping that, someone's going to request a quote. Okay. I can't just sit here with that warm blanket and watch a Christmas movie and hope that someone's going to find my business page and then want to work with me. Okay, that is not how people find us. Okay, what we have to do is we need to get out of our comfort zones. Okay, which means the three things I'm going to teach you today are going to be things that might make you uncomfortable, that might, it's not that cozy room looking at the Christmas tree and, wrapping presents on the dining room table. No, we're going to talk about getting out of this, okay, where we're all comfortable and this is where, you feel you are, you know, most at comfort, most at ease, right? Here's the thing. When we are comfortable, we're not challenging ourselves. Okay. And there's a place for comfort. Trust me. At 8 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be on that couch watching another episode of Lioness, which I just found on Paramount Plus, by the way, with or two of my dogs sitting with me. Yes. Because guess what? I would have done my work for the day and then it's time to relax. There are times for comfort, but there are times also for getting uncomfortable, and that's meeting new clients, finding new clients. They don't just happen upon you, okay? You have to go out of your way to find them, okay? So, what I like to think of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and you need to be where your people are. All right. You need to put yourself into where your most ideal customer is, either online or in person, but you have to think outside the box. Okay. Now, how comfortable was Ariel giving up her voice to Ursula to, go out and meet her prince? Okay. She was uncomfortable. Okay. You need to get where your people are. She wants to be where the people are. I mostly don't want to be where the people are. I am somebody who much prefer to just sit and watch a show with my dogs than be out with the people. However, in order to build a business, you do need to be where the people are. And that's why it's always good to have something to come back to be comfy and cozy. And then, you decompress. But when we want to be building our business, we have to think of where our people are. Okay. And there are lots of different ways we can connect with people outside of sitting in our living room. Now, some of these things you could do sitting in your living room, but let's talk first about something in person. And I always bring this up because this is how I personally built my business. I personally built my business by setting up tables and going to events. I went, literally physically went to where people are. Okay. And now I started in 2013. All right. And so notice all that collateral. We don't get much of that collateral anymore, but I went out to discover people so that I could build my network because here I was. I wanted to start as an agent. I wanted to sell vacations. I thought that this would be a great job for me before I was still at that point a I was a Spanish teacher, and when I taught high schoolers, I took them every year to Spain. One year we did Spain and France. And I loved that part. I loved doing that. I love that coordination. So I thought I would love to do this. And then it also happened to be my son was 1 years old, and it would have been great to be able to be home with him. So a year later, I was able to replace my teaching income and be at home. And so the story goes. But how did I do that? Well, in that summer of 2013, I went and found events. And again, nothing real expensive. I wasn't doing like bridal expos or things like that. I was doing like fire hall type things. I was doing anything that was, under a reasonable amount of time, within like a 60-minute drive. I would drive to other places. Okay. Because guess what? In our business, we don't really need to meet people. Most of it is done over the phone, over Zoom, or even just over email, right? These people were the people who helped me build my business because as I was meeting them, I had them signing up for my email list. And then I nurtured them over email. Okay. And then eventually when it was time for them to travel, they reached out to me. And that is how my business was born. Again, I couldn't do this sitting on the couch in my living room. And that even wasn't my living room 12 years ago. That was, we moved recently. Well, not recently, 2022. But anyway, whatever my living room looked like back then, I could have sat there, but I didn't. I got out and I did these things that built the list I have today, my customer list. All right. I couldn't just because I wanted to be able to stay home with my son. I couldn't just sit there and wait for people to find me. I had to go out and find them. And that's what you have to think about doing when you are building your business. Now, do you have to do events? No. I'm going to show you two other ways too that I also did. But thinking outside the box. Think of who your ideal client is and think of events that they would go to. Set up a table. And again, a lot of these events, like local events, they're minimal cost to enter. Okay. If it's an event that's costing you thousands of dollars, then no, that has to be a strategic, thing. But I'm talking about the fire hall things. I'm talking about the school fairs. I'm talking about the craft fairs. I'm talking about the Easter egg hunts you could be a sponsor of. Getting out and where your people are. See, I'm more family travel based, so I think of things that parents and kids are at. But there's also restaurant weeks. There's also summer concert series. Think of what goes on in your community and think of how you can be a part of it. And by so that's the first part. And then after the event, when people have signed up for your list, you're nurturing them over email. You're not spamming them. You're nurturing them. That's a whole nother video. Something else you could do, and you could do this from your couch, I will say. This one you can do from your couch. But find out what your ideal client reads online or reads in real life, and most of us are online now, and become a contributing writer. Contribute content, okay? Become a trusted source of information. Now, I worked with Macaroni Kid, and there was a cost associated with being a contributing writer, but other blogs there might not be. And, finding out, so first you need to know who your ideal client is. And then think of what they're reading. Think of what they're looking at, okay? And think of how you could, and you just reach out by email. And you might have to email 10 different blogs. You might have to email 20. But somebody might say yes because they might want content and they think that you would be a good source of content for them. Build those relationships, network with each other, okay? But find something that your ideal client would be there, and then you're going to show up consistently and deliver content. Now, I would also advise that at the end of your articles, say, give them a link to your lead magnet for your email list. And here's a hint. Everything comes back down to email. No matter how you're connecting with people, you need to stay in touch and nurture them. And how do you do that? Email marketing. Okay. So, but think of where you could find these people and be of service. Like I said, nobody's just going to come knocking on your door. That's not how this works. You have to serve. And finally, speaking of spam, there's a spam call coming through. You could be a guest speaker. So again, think of your ideal client. What, are there meetings they go to? Are there associations like country clubs or churches or parent meetings, PTAs, that kind of stuff? Offer to give a travel seminar. Okay, so you're not selling, you're teaching something. However, you are then showing up where they are, you offer them to get on your list for deals, discounts, blah, blah, blah. Then you have an email list. You have to give something to get something back. Okay. That is how this business works. People just don't show up in your lap. Now you might think, who am I to be a guest speaker? Who am I to do this? Well, if you are here right now as an agent who has expertise in an area of travel, you belong in the room. You do belong as the guest speaker. Don't think that just because you've never done it before doesn't mean you can't. It just means you haven't done it yet. So you belong there. All right. And that's this quote from marketing person Jasmine Star. Never forget you belong in the room. And if there is no room, you can start your own room. Okay. But I want you to think outside the box and think of how you can get into your people's worlds. Okay. Because, and then, in 2025, think about the whole year. Okay. Obviously, you're probably not going to find anything between now and Christmas. You might. Hey, there might be a way you can do like an article on, giving the gift of travel, how to present, because a lot of people still want to wrap things up. So maybe do like a how-to article. Okay. Guest speaker could also be via Zoom. Okay. You don't have to go physically, but if there's a group that could benefit from your expertise, they're out there waiting for you. Okay. Just remember that you have to leave the couch and do something that will connect. All right. Now, think about this for the next year. Now, this is just one part of a business plan. And I happen to have a business plan mini course. All right. So, and I go into detail on these things in that course. So if you want it, it's just $35. And you also get an email marketing challenge, a little mini course on email marketing in January. So when I was talking about, all of this comes back to email. Well, I'm going to teach all that to you through a little mini course in January. So two things for $35, which really is a pretty good deal, given that most of my courses are over $100. But I like the fact that with the business plan, you can get yourself set up for the new year. And then you come back with me in January, and we're going to work on setting up your email marketing for the year. Because I'm going to tell you the two things that built my business were getting out there in with my people and then nurturing them through email. So I'm going to walk you through that in these two things. So what you get, it's $35. Okay. You get the mini course, which is available now. All right. And that is 8 different sections of all the different parts of a business plan. And then you'll also get in January. So January, the second week of January, second full week of January, we're going to do an email marketing challenge where I'm going to teach you the content, what to send in emails, how to write the subject lines, what to put in those emails. Okay. I'm not going to go through, we're not going to make it, it's not like going to be, this is going to be just on the content. Okay. Plus, you're going to get a coaching session where we'll make sure that you can brainstorm your ideas with input from me. A group coaching session. This is on a group coaching session over Zoom, also in January, which the replays will also be available. And it's $35 and you get all that with me. So I'd love to have you. And you have the QR code here. and then the marketing made easy for travelagents.com/25 plan. And I'd love to have you. Whoops. Okay. So I hope to see you again next week. And I hope to see you in the business plan course because and then also in the marketing challenge because we're going to do the marketing challenge together. All right. I love myself some email marketing. And I recently said in one of my classes, I said, I am going to die on this hill of email marketing. And it just, because I firmly believe that it works so well. And that's what I owe to my business success. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope it is maybe warm where you are. It is windy and it was snowy and we had sleet last night, but I'm in my sweater and I got my Christmas tree, so I'm good. All right. Bye bye.